Okay, guys. Okay, guys, just an update on the foot. This isn't left or right. They're both basically the same thing, but here's the foot completed. It's quite heavy, actually, to be honest with you. Here's the ironic thing now. I'm filling it in because the plates come together okay, but they really do need to be filled in a lot and sanded. But here's the ironic thing. I'm doing all this work, sanding this down nice and smooth, so that it is all even all the way around, which is really, really important to me because of the shape of the foot, of course, and the inside of the foot. Let's see if I can get in here. There we go. So that's the inside of the foot. You can see where the glue comes across the plates and whatnot, because all of these are pieced together. You can see the seams here. They're pieced in pieces all around this thing. It's like a great big jigsaw puzzle. Really similar to the rest of Robbie, but this has a lot more pieces that have to butt up, and it's really heavy. I mean, this is heavy when you get done with it. But here's the funny thing, the ironic thing. As much as work I'm putting into the bottom of this, and the bottom here, and also the bottom where your feet go in, I'm going to be cutting a huge hole out of this, and this is going to be a shoe cover that is going to slip over the top of some shoes that I'm going to be wearing when I'm walking around in this thing. Now, you ask me, why are you putting so much effort in making sure the bottom's all nice and even and all that? Because when I cut the hole, that way I don't have to do any prep work when I fix the bottom of it. So what I mean by that is, if I was to cut the hole out now, I'd have a lot of prep to do on the edges, on the corners and the sides to get everything to come into shape. And it would be harder to do that with the hole cut because that'll make it irregular as it is. So I actually sit there and sand all of it nice and even across like this and then cut into it. I don't have to do as much work. I have to do hardly any prep work after this. Most of the prep work is now, right now, getting these all filled in, getting everything all even, and then doing it from there. And so far everything fits fine except for right here. These little braces here have to be cut back more towards the bolts themselves. So I'll be cutting that back probably another, I don't know, half an inch or maybe a little bit less than half an inch. And then I'm going to wrap it in foam so that it doesn't pinch against my my lower thigh, I guess, or upper thigh area. And then this here, which is the waist, and as you can see, it's coming along really nice. I'm real pleased with the way this is coming along. But what hurts me right now is right here. This thing here pinches me like crazy. These push up against my hip bones. So I'm gonna cut these back here as close as I can to the bolts, which isn't going to be a lot, but it might make a difference all the way around. I'm also going to put some foam over this and over those so that when they press up against my waist, it won't hurt so bad. Now, as for the plates, which everybody keeps asking me about the plates, I haven't had time to test those yet. I still need to do that, and I will do that. Right now, I'm trying to get all the other stuff printed and glued together so that if something was to happen to my supply of PLA or something was to happen to my printer, that I wouldn't have to worry about it. You know, all the pieces are already printed. So this one is almost done. This one I'm still doing fill and sanding on before I prime. The ring looks fantastic. I'm almost done with the ring. It looks really good, but it was a lot of work, a tremendous amount of work. I would say the most work I've done so far has been the ring and the feet. They're just really, really particular in how they butt up and match, and there's a lot of a lot of blemishing from my printer on it, and there might be the problem with my printer, but it's not a big deal. If you guys have printers that everything comes out absolutely perfect with no prep work, more power to you. I don't. So I just have to sit there and I just have to prep before and then clean it up afterwards. But it is coming out. As you can see right here, you can't even see where the seam goes in right through here. And then the belly belt thing, this thing goes like here and like that. Now you can see how it pops out here and pops out there. So I'm gonna have to get out my heat gun and bend that slightly. So I'm gonna glue it right in the front and then heat it up and slowly bend it and glue it on each side. And it'll match eventually. And I still have to print another one of these 3 pieces or 4 pieces, whatever this is made out of, for the back piece, the back part of the butt. I haven't done that yet. But things are coming along really, really nice, and I'm really pleased the way it's all coming about. And to see Robbie come into fruition is pretty cool. Anyway, I just wanted to update you guys on the foot and what I'm doing. And what I'm printing right now for the foot is I've got this part printed already. This goes like right, something like that, I think. I think it goes like that. And then on the edge here, there's gonna be like a little rectangular circle thing. It has a pin that fits inside of here. And I think that's supposed to be a pivot. I think that's supposed to be a pivot, I think. So it goes like that, basically. And now I've got the other one I'm printing for the other side. I should be able to take a picture of the foot being completely done by tomorrow, because I have, this will be printed by tomorrow, and then I got the discs, only take about an hour and a half per disc. So those will be printed, and then of course I'll just glue this in place and glue that in place. And the foot will be completed, short of just doing all the putty work and sanding and filling and all the stuff that I'm doing. Anyway, as I say always, end of video, happy printing.